Coming up on First at 4, the man accused of killing a Knox County man during an attempted robbery appears in court.
A college admissions scandal is rocking some of the most elite schools. I'm Joy Benedict in Los Angeles with the charges that prosecutors are handing out to not only coaches, but celebrities.
And get ready for the warming trend. Highs will climb quickly for your Wednesday and Thursday. Those details now on First at 4.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYNT Mountain News First at 4.
Good afternoon, I'm Steve Hensley. First at 4, the case is moving forward against a man charged in a Knox County murder. Investigators say Philip Lee Lewis shot Gary Medlin at a convenience store. Lauren Miner was at today's court hearing and has more.
This morning, family members of Gary Medlin sat inside the courtroom as Philip Lewis went in front of a judge for his preliminary hearing. He pleaded not guilty earlier this month. Lewis wasn't in court long. The case was waived to a grand jury and the judge kept his bond at $1 million cash. Kentucky State Police say Lewis shot and killed Medlin back in January of this year. Troopers say Medlin was a bystander during a robbery at the A&B Quick Stop convenience store. He was trying to leave when they say Lewis shot him. During a jailhouse interview, Lewis claimed he is innocent and that someone is trying to frame him. We spoke with family members after today's hearing, some of them wearing T-shirts with Gary's picture with the hashtag Justice for Gary.
We're Gary's voice now. We honor him. We're going to get justice for him. We'll be here every time. Everybody shows support. He's gone, so we are here for him. We're standing in his spot.
Mindy Medlin, Gary's wife, says their youngest child, Jackson, will be celebrating his 3rd birthday on Sunday. Gary would also be celebrating his 26th birthday on Saturday. In Knox County, Lauren Miner, WKYT.
Lewis is due in court again next Friday.
Well, once again, seasonable temperatures for your Tuesday with readings in the mid-50s at this time, but the cloud cover increasing ahead of the next system we'll see here in the next 48 hours. Take a look at Whitesburg. Not as much sunshine as where we started today, but still some blue skies, and you'll see a few peaks of sun getting through some of those higher level clouds with readings here in Hazard at 54 degrees and the dew point right there at 16. Of course, satellite radar showing the cloud cover working in ahead of our warm front, which will be arriving just in time for your Wednesday, increasing those temperatures as we head into the upper 60s. Notice more cloud cover, thicker in nature as you work out into western Kentucky, and you can even see a few showers associated with that. Of course, the 60s showing up in Tennessee already as that warm front starts to edge closer, and as we head into the next couple of days, we will be looking at clouds increasing, the warmer temperatures, and eventually it all ends with a strong cold front and maybe a strong storm or two as well. Steve will break down what we know at this time coming up in a few short moments.
All right, Andrew, thank you. The massive cleanup effort from a deadly tornado continues in Lee County, Alabama. But last night was about honoring and remembering the lives lost. Hundreds of people came to Beauregard High School for the Night of Hope vigil. The community gathered to lean on each other and remember the 23 lives lost in the devastating EF4 tornado that hit the town March 3rd. The community says it relied on its faith to get through an unimaginable loss. 23 sky lanterns were released in remembrance of the victims, while families and hundreds of community members held candles.
My husband is first responder. He made sure we were okay and immediately sprang into action. And basically, I was just wondering what I could do. And the Lord spoke to my heart and said, Angela, just open your mouth. Just sing. Because there are so many hurting people and they are just heartbroken. And we can be able to encourage them and lift their spirits up.
Several churches and community members helped plan the vigil. A man was killed in Butler County, Ohio last night after a fire broke out in his home. Middletown Fire Department crews responded to the house fire around 9 p.m. on 6th Avenue. They found a man dead inside the home. The man was in his 70s and reportedly handicapped. Witnesses at the scene say flames were at least 30 feet high. It is spring break for students at St. Joseph's University in Philadelphia, and every year the student ministry group called APEX, short for Appalachian Experience, comes to work and learn about our region for a week. A group of 25 is in Hazard right now, hiking and exploring the area while also helping the Housing Development Alliance build homes for those in need in the community.
It should be a growing experience, and each trip is different, so hopefully they're able to push themselves out of their comfort zone and take at least one thing. You don't have to be a completely different person when you get home. It might be the tiniest thing, but in some way hopefully they take a conversation or a smile or working hard on the work site and take that away and somehow grow from that experience.
The group in their spare time hiked at Natural Bridge and will tour Apple Shop in Whitesburg later this week before returning home on Saturday. Actresses Felicity Huffman and Lori Loughlin are among dozens of people criminally charged today in a sweeping college admissions bribery scandal. Justice Department officials say they were part of a scam that offered students near-perfect college admission test scores or a fake athletic profile to secure them spots at elite colleges. CBS's Joy Benedict reports from the campus of USC.
Federal prosecutors say wealthy parents used a nationwide bribing scheme to get their children into some of the most elite universities in the country, including Yale, Georgetown, Stanford, and USC.
These parents are a catalog of wealth and privilege.
In a 23-page indictment, federal prosecutors charged about 50 people, including 9 athletic coaches. The mastermind, William Rick Singer, allegedly took in $25 million in bribes.
Numerous parents paid Singer between $15,000 and $75,000 to have someone either take the exam for their child or to correct their child's answers afterward.
Another way in, fabricating a student's profile, turning a non-athletic student into a recruited member of a university's athletic team.
In many instances, Singer helped parents take staged photographs of their children engaged in particular sports.
Actresses Felicity Huffman and Lori Loughlin are among 33 parents charged. Court documents show that Huffman paid $15,000 disguised as a charitable donation so someone could secretly change answers on her daughter's college entrance exam. Authorities say her husband, actor William H. Macy, was aware. As for Loughlin, court papers show that she and her husband paid $500,000 to have their 2 daughters recruited to the USC crew team, despite the fact that they do not participate in crew. Prosecutors say the universities are not co-conspirators. Here at USC, 2 current employees have been charged with this scandal, leaving the university to conduct an internal investigation. In fact, USC says it plans to review its entire admissions process. Prosecutors say the true victims in this are the hardworking students who play by the rules.
For every student admitted through fraud, an honest, genuinely talented student was rejected.
No students were charged in the scheme. Authorities say in many cases, the students were not aware of their parents' actions. Joy Benedict, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi came out and publicly declared she is against trying to impeach President Donald Trump for now. The speaker says instead she is focused on legislative goals, but there are still plenty of Democrats who say impeachment should be a high priority.
If you're going to cure the country of an unfit president, this is what you can do, and it is done in a constitutional fashion.
Special Counsel Robert Mueller's report could be handed over to the Department of Justice any day now, and Congress may require him to testify about what he found. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and colleagues introduced the Dream and Promise Act today. The legislation will provide a permanent solution to immigrants who qualify for the DREAM Act and those with temporary protected status and deferred enforced departure.
Democrats are proud to stand today with Dreamers, temporary protected status folks, and deferred enforced departure holders as we take on historic step to protect patriotic men and women who, in being here in the wisdom of Ronald Reagan, make America more American.
It is the first time that the fate of the Dreamers and those with TPS and DED have been joined together in one standalone piece of legislation. A controversial Confederate monument in the city of Winston-Salem, North Carolina was taken down today. Winston-Salem Mayor Alan Joynes says the monument will be temporarily relocated to a secure storage area until its new site, the Salem Cemetery, is ready for it to be installed. The city of Winston-Salem says contractors made an evaluation to ensure the statue will be removed safely and in a fully preserved state. Kentucky's legislative session is winding down with a number of key issues impacting education still undecided. Many teachers are in Frankfort to watch the process and to try and let their voices be heard. WYMT's Phil Pendleton is live at the Capitol now to show us what they are doing. Phil?
Well, as you can hear the teachers behind me, they are making a very loud presence, and they want to make sure that Kentucky lawmakers, as they leave and the House and Senate chambers, can see them and, more importantly, hear them and hear their concerns. Jefferson County Public Schools are not in session today, but there are numerous teachers here from numerous districts, including Fayette County. Teachers are very concerned about the status of at least 3 bills, one dealing with school choice, one that would change the makeup of a teacher retirement board, and pensions. Teachers we talked to say they are standing up for their students to make sure they get everything they need. Teachers made a strong showing last year, and they say they want to make sure their concerns are heard.
So I think it's really important that our teachers are here and they're paying attention to what our legislators are doing, and they're making sure that they're really taking into account the will of the people, because these are their constituents and they should be listening to us.
To be clear, and again, it's very loud here just outside the Kentucky House chambers. Right in front of me, the House of Representatives is meeting. And obviously, I'm sure that those lawmakers can hear these chants going on behind me. They say they're going to be here throughout the process. The clock is ticking. The House and Senate are scheduled to adjourn for their veto session this Thursday. Live inside the state capitol, Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
All right, Phil, from a very loud state capitol, thank you very much. And of course, we'll continue to follow developments. Let's head over to Wall Street now on this Tuesday afternoon. The Dow closes down today more than 96 points. Disney says the closing date for its 21st Century Fox takeover will happen soon. The company's announced today that the merger of the two entertainment titans will take effect on March 20th. The $71 billion deal was made official last summer. Under that deal, Disney will pick up the 21st Century Fox movie studio, a controlling stake in streaming giant Hulu, and several cable channels. The rest of what was 21st Century Fox will become a new company simply called Fox. That new company will include the Fox Broadcast Network, Fox Sports, and Fox News Channel. Straight ahead on First at 4, we're learning more about the 8 Americans killed in Sunday's plane crash in Ethiopia.
And we're headed up on that roller coaster chain lift with the temperatures, but when will we fall? We'll talk about the up and down pattern coming up.
Has an auto accident left you feeling like your life has been turned upside down?